even just the warm before the matches, like they've got all their bands now,
That's
activation.
Right. Yeah.
New word to me when it comes to it, like, but each to their own. Like, I'd forget my band, so I'd activate away a different way. But
I came in, Michal was training at the time.
He was,
and I just went into Cashman's, and Michal comes in and he goes, "Oh, you're not back to her, yeah? More trouble."
The team was full of leaders, like everyone was a leader. And even when Michal was speaking, saying me, James, Jesus, you wouldn't hear a pin drop, you listen.
You listened. To be honest, I think that brought a bit of momentum to us. I still think we wouldn't have won 2010 if we didn't win the 2009 football.
I remember John Buck saying one night down the pub, someone's going to have to take a hold of this, and so I just went on and drip the
Me, yeah, I jumped to minor. Peggy was for that. I came on leaps and bounds under him anyway in hurling and football, to be honest.
People going around with, the hurley on the shoulder and the gear bag, so,
You used to hurley with the Dalton, really,
well, Susan, I suppose you're all rich families there. Like,
yeah, folks,
That's what it is, James. That's what it is. Too early.
Yeah. Used to have the suit and tie and that.
when did Ireland play Cameroon, the World Cup in soccer?
How do you connect those?
Let's just say you went into technical with Ryan, you were going to do well enough.
He pulled over enough by my father when I was walking through the pipe boom was taken off me. I didn't see it, sure, I was cloud 9. The door just opens and out he comes. There'll be no more for you. And up onto the trailer, I was like a broiler. Jesus, I was absolutely sickened.
One of the hardest fellas you'd ever come across. He didn't play into adult grade for long,
no.
But he was a serious hurler. And you had the likes of Owen Sexton at the time who would travel half the field with the ball, so was just trotting along their side of him,
like Owen's got no training, he'd be sweating, wouldn't he? Like he'd just burst the gut, like. Because other fellas there, they think they're at that level.
The intermediates used to play the juniors.
Brilliant.
And I swear to Christ,
they're unbelievable.
The juniors came fairly close a few times. I'm sure there was one night it was blown
up
because we were going to beat them.
I can remember was it Vincy and Des again, your roar. I'd swear one night there was nearly blows when you were asking about fights. It was there.
Was there Vincent and Coleman?
Vincy, David Hayes. There was
there was a few.
I know those trainings. It was frightening. Vincy used to stand up and mark him like it was inspiration stuff. Vincy was just lettering around and taking the ball out.
They were called the fight.
Who called him?
I'd say they used to go over together. They go out in the nightclub. There was a fight broke out. The fight.
It was heavy up.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a ball came out from their keeper and I caught it and I banged it over the bar from the middle of the field or whatever. And I remember Stephen White was running out and I was going to back you out alongside him. I just goes, "We can fucking do this all day long."
After they won it, the county back in the day, I remember going down to Kilbritton, but we didn't get to stay for long because John got off the bus and it was decided that we might all go home as a family.
We grew up the road and John Armour.
John,
he had a sheep inside in the small field and we were betting each other like who could catch the lamb,
John was playing and Holland was playing and like we had a really good team that time.
John was an unbelievable order. Like.
Sometimes as well as you might be with a squad, we say, and a trainer or a selector doesn't take a shine to you, and it plays in your mind if you're not making dinner for a year or something. The next year you're coming out and going, it's going to be the same thing now again,
I'm not doing it for myself. Like it's for Kilbritton and it's for the future of Kilbritton.
I still regret just leave your West Cork medal behind you because the chance of getting one again. Even I see 2009, 10, 11 there. That's the fittest years I was, to be honest with you. I was in my early 30s probably. It was probably as good as hurley as I've been as well like that.
But when Vincy hit the 30 mark, he was...
Came into 30%. He was physically stronger than everything and he was mentally stronger. He was supreme.
He was,
And I goes, "Peter, what's the story here?" And he goes, "He's your fucking man, Markham."
David Desmond still can't book off his bad side.
Imagine.
You had Mary Brown there, one of the best monk players I've ever seen. I if she was around, she should have made it intercontinental. And as you say, when Pat was on fire, sure, it was amazing.
That's it. You know, Pat Barry, if they clicked, you'd have a good chance. If they didn't click,
we're in trouble.
We won't go into much
particular shorts now, particular socks and stuff. I put the beans and toes is the big one for me. I'm a firm believer in that. Firm believer in it. He did it to me on hand, up in the training session, and next thing he's just tongue me. He said, "You ever bring in catch my own, I'll fucking break that."
Like you take 65s, Jesus.
And never poked it hard.
No, it was if it was just gliding.
Is there some knack to that, Shane?
I couldn't tell you because
No.
it never happened again after that.
Yeah,
We're lucky the book finished in 2004.
No front page, man.
You can all breathe now, sigh of relief, go in and get some
What a
sandwiches.
fucking job. We talk some shit on it.